The fastest growing sport in America is not yet an Olympic sport, but imagine the possibilities with a little more time for the sport to enthusiastically spread across the globe.
Pickleball becoming an Olympic sport, yeah, that's something I'm actually looking forward to.
Dr. Olu Owoeye at St. Louis University just started playing this cross between tennis, badminton, and table tennis.
I have a pickleball court on my back patio at the back of my house.
Owoeye is also closely observing the sport for medical reasons.
What we find is people just jump into playing and they just want to have fun without being ready for the demands of the sport.
Pickleball injuries seen in emergency rooms are soaring.
It's based on emergency record. They have more of, strains and sprains.
He says there's countless more than that.
I think it's more of overuse injuries. You do a lot of recurrent movements, a lot of pivoting, changing direction, sudden deceleration, acceleration, backpedaling, shuffling to the side, to the front. Emergency records don't show us that kind of data.
Owoeye says that ER data does not offer an accurate picture of the injuries because the patients aren't aware of the moment their problems really started to happen. He says there is a need for pickleball-specific interventions.
It's just important for us to start understanding the mechanism of injury so that we can help players stay safe in the sports.
Owoeye is also the director of the Translational Sports Injury Prevention Lab at St. Louis University. It's part of the Integrated Health and Movement Science Lab. Here, he conducts research to optimize movement for the advancement of sports performance training and sports injury prevention. While studying injury prevention for sports like football, basketball, soccer, and volleyball, pickleball is topping his list for being one of the most interesting sports to study for many reasons.
I got to know about pickleball just about a year and a half ago when, I talked with a clinician who was working with pickleball athletes who were having injuries, and he wanted to know how to prevent these injuries.
So his lab is launching a series of studies under what he calls SPIN, an acronym for Surveillance in Pickleball Players, to reduce injury burden. First, they're recruiting 3,000 pickleball players, ages 18 and up, all skill levels, for the first phase of the study, which is simply a participation and injury survey. All the player needs is the link on SLU's website or this QR code to get started.
To see what part of the body is mostly affected, to see what types of injuries players are having, and beyond injuries, what type of pain they're having, and to know the circumstances around the injuries that they're having and the pain that they're having. So for us to fix the problem, we need to understand the problem, and that's the first step. Establish data that would lead us towards evidence-informed prevention strategies. So because you can only fix a problem that you understand. We're looking at preventing injuries from happening in the first place and preventing the onset of pain. But we also have to think about preventing the escalation of pain to something bigger.
He says there is a misconception that pickleball is a soft sport, as it is considered a low-impact sport. But he says this is all misleading.
Pickleball is not a soft sport.
The overuse injuries really sneak up on players.
Beyond injuries, many folks are having pain, and they continue to play pickleball because they love the sport, And I think that's an issue.
People will pick up and play without properly stretching, proper warm-ups, supportive gear, the right shoes, or even knowing the right technique.
So that you don't keep using your body the wrong way. So these are the things we're going to be looking out for from the data that we're collecting. And these are going to be very important information that's going to help specific interventions.
He hopes to keep people healthy and keep them on the court for years to come.
Oh, nice shot.